Egypt. Lewis, I know you're following the... Lewis, I think this new studio setup is really throwing Lewis off.
I'm very disoriented.
And we also had to get Lewis a small monitor, by the way, because it was just taking up too much space on camera. And it's literally like the smallest monitor I've ever seen. I don't even know. I don't even know how you see into that thing, Lewis. But it's working.
I have to squint.
So Egypt, I turned on, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. I turn on Fox News. Things completely falling apart in the studio. I turned Fox News on, and Megyn Kelly is going nuts about the Mubarak resignation. There's a lot of things you could say about it, but one of them was not this. So I'm going to play this for you. I have no idea, honestly, what Megyn Kelly's talking about here. Listen closely to how she opens her show. Big news, Mubarak resignation, so much we could say. Megyn Kelly.
This is a Fox News alert, and it is far from over. We are 30 minutes now until we hear from President Obama on the biggest news out of the Middle East since victory in Iraq. Egyptian President...
Did you hear that? The biggest news out of the Middle East since victory in Iraq. Which victory are you talking about, Megyn? Are you talking about the victory when George W. Bush stood on the aircraft carrier with a mission accomplished sign behind him? Is that the... Mubarak... 3 weeks of protests by Egyptian citizens after 30 years of a dictator is the biggest news since George W. Bush stood in front of the mission accomplished sign. Or maybe that's not what she meant. Maybe that's not when the war in Iraq was won. But what is she referring to?
I don't know. I don't know when the war ended, and I didn't know that we won it. So I don't know.
And it's not even clear we can win. So this is, we found this fascinating, I've been reading about this former Fox News staffer who came out of the woodwork, Lewis, and said that every single story is being actively slanted in some way and to further the Republican cause. And this is exactly that. The biggest news out of the Middle East since we won the war in Iraq. Very good. In other news, by the way, Lewis, the new Justin Bieber movie is the best movie ever made since Saw 4. That also, it was 5 minutes later, Megyn Kelly said that.
Can we start making things up too?
Yeah, let's just do it.
So we could say Mubarak resignation is the biggest news out of the Middle East since aliens put him in power there.
That's exactly right.
2,000 years ago.
It's huge news. It's absolutely huge.
You remember that?
And Hosni Mubarak, by the way, if we have been wondering, thank you, Lewis. That's a good insight. We have been, Hosni Mubarak, you talked, Lewis, about what on earth is it that we're hearing from him? And why is he going back and forth? We said last week, well, he is going to leave. And then that night he said, I'm not going anywhere. A lot of this is he was sneaking money out of the country. People are saying it could be as much as 40 million pounds that he amassed. 40 billion pounds, some are saying.
Wow.
And we have to wonder, even though the Swiss banks that know he has money there are freezing the assets, you have to assume he has plenty of accounts that are more under the radar.
Well, I would if I were him.